this video, I will show all my steps of creating product line. So if you consider doing your product line, you can know what to expect, what to avoid, and learn from my mistakes and successes. First, I'll talk about the start of my journey, my first attempts at polymer clay, and how I decided aesthetics. Then I'll move on to first attempts and fails. Eventually, I'll show how I came up with my final product design of my white stone collection. I also will share my feelings of how it felt to create. Then we will move on to product photography. And next, you need to really listen carefully because I'll share my attempts at wholesale, how it actually works, and by listening, I hope you will learn from my mistakes. I'll move on to my honest thoughts and then my bold face-to-face reach. Then, just as I was giving up, I want to share an unexpected growth booster, which actually helped my business. And after all of that, what's next? Hi everyone! In this video, I would like to share with you my journey of how I developed handmade earrings with all the aesthetics and literally learning from scratch how to use polymer clay. My very first attempts at polymer clay were last year in the summer. That's when I first time purchased any type of polymer clay supplies. So first I started by trying to create earrings which would feel like you would be like in a magic book, like medieval times, that type of aesthetics. I wanted that it would look like the earrings were made out of stone, something you would find walking in a old abandoned castle. Basically, when I first tried, I did like my first attempts and I did the whole photo shoot. I will show the pictures here. And as you can see, they were not terrible, but I still wanted them to be more perfect. Something which I actually envisioned in my head. That's when I also had this idea of creating the stone slices. I saw it somewhere on the internet, these stones, kind of crystals which you slice, and I just thought it would be so cool to recreate it with polymer clay. And I did shoot some vlogs while doing that, so I will show them here. If you're interested, you can watch the full vlog on my channel where I show how I made 80 earrings for my shop opening, and it includes the whole tutorial of how you can make those kind of earrings yourself. Eventually, I came up with a final design and I called those the gray stone slices, and they were quite good, but still not exactly what I wanted. I also will show all the photography and videos I made for them here. And I think that you actually can still purchase them from my website, so if you like them, because I think they're quite good. They're something which people might buy, I think, but I decided to go ahead and improve my design, do the collection of white stone. So that's where I wanted to do the white stone slices and white stone snakes, birds, and roses. To be 100% honest with you, it was very challenging to get to the level where I felt happy with my final product. It was interesting that sometimes I would work for several days on the design, and then at the end I would just almost start crying because I would be that doesn't look like I see it in my head. Sometimes I would even give up and think okay, maybe I shouldn't do the birds, or maybe I shouldn't do the snakes. Then I would just go and research as much as I can online, and especially in Pinterest, how to make what I want to make, watch different tutorials. But eventually I got to the point when I was very happy with final product and my collection. And that's when I did whole photo shoot in nature. Actually, I live in Finland, and it looks a lot like what the nature here looks a lot like what I envisioned for my aesthetics of my brand. I didn't need to walk more than 5 to 10 minutes from my apartment to take these pictures and videos, and I will show them all here. So after I have done all the photo shoots and marketing, I created presentations and line sheet and wholesale agreements for selling these earrings, because my initial plan was that I would like to sell them in a shop, like shops, local shops, bigger shops. I started reaching out by email to all the shops which I could think of in Uusimaa area. What's interesting is that the bigger shops, they answered me, and they answered me quite quickly, like shops like, so in Finland there is like S and K shops, they're like the biggest ones, and they have a lot of shops throughout all the cities. So they answered me very quickly, and they said like they really love how my designs look and that it's so beautiful, and they really appreciate when someone puts so much effort and in handmade art. But they right away told me that they're not working with local artists, and they said they work with distributors, or like there is like a bigger companies they work with who distribute or provide them with products. And then the smaller shops which I was reaching out, they just never answered me, and it made me feel like that it made me feel like I wasn't the only one reaching out. Like it made me feel like that they have this kind of emails all the time, because my emails weren't so like cold, although technically they were like cold emails, but still I was writing like really personalized emails to these companies. And I can even show an example. And offering them like really like collaborations and collaboration opportunity, this relationship development between us, so that I could really help them sell my products there, as well as I was like offering them 0 risk guarantee, where if my products wouldn't be sold, like they can give me back them and I'll return money. So I was providing all of that, and literally no response from anyone, which was very surprising, because I always thought that there are almost no one who makes products. Like I know only few people from all of my acquaintances who actually make products, and usually people just work in normal jobs. So I thought that I will not have that much competition when I want to sell my products. But apparently that's not the case, or let me know in the comments if you have a different experience. So I realized I need to take a different approach. I went straight to Helsinki to talk to different shops and to talk to museums, because that's what I noticed, that they sell handmade items quite often in their like little shops which are inside of museums. I documented some of it and you can watch it. I just went to that shop and spoke with the person, but unfortunately she couldn't help me because she said she's not responsible, and she gave me a name of a person who is responsible for purchasing all the art and talking with artists, and she said that I need to contact her. Let's go to the next place. So same thing happened to me in this shop. There was only a cashier, and she gave me information about the person who actually knows and makes decisions. She also told me what kind of contracts they have, and they have both the wholesale and more of a display, where they take a portion from the earnings, and the jewelry is more for the display. Now let's go interview my friend. But that was really good to know. Later I also went and visited several different shops which sell makeup and jewelry. There wasn't that much luck there as well, especially with shops, and they would like give me email, and when I would contact this person through email I would not get any answer back. I found a very interesting place in Helsinki, and it's called Muji, and they have this local village in their shop, which is in Kamppi. It's a very big mall in Helsinki, and on one of the top floors Muji have a shop there, and part of their shop is this handmade crafts from the local artists. I was like so excited when I saw it, and I started reaching out to them, but unfortunately you need to book your spot there when there is like application period. I was already behind that deadline. As well as when I reached out, they said that they have so much jewelry makers and earrings makers that they don't really need anymore. That felt a bit discouraging, but I didn't want to give up because I felt like that I want to really go and try to reach customers before I can fully say to myself that this is not successful, or I should only sell now online and focus on online presence. But I did go to Muji and I did interview people. What advice would you give for starting artists who are making handmade jewelries or printable art, how they can qualify to be in this kind of place?
Of course, at the beginning, you really have to have passion to make your own products, and you have to really love what you are doing. But the next step, you have to show it to everyone. It can be small pop-up shop on the weekend, but then it starts, and now we are here. So sorry, I'm not the person who choose. I'm also one of the artists, but I think she tried to kind of see the balance. Let's say we can't have so many earrings, so many jewelries. We have to have illustration, we have to have earrings, also some kind of natural ecological product, also textiles, wooden products. So we have to kind of see the balance for the shop. So would you like to tell your name, or do you want to be anonymous? I am Emily Viitanen, and I'm art. We are making this kind of beeswax products as a T2E. These are handmade.
Wow.
And also this kind of origami products.
I love this Finnish food.
Also this kind of jewelries we are also making.
Oh, beautiful. Is it something you wrap the food
it's
in?
for the food wrap that you don't have to use a plastic wrap. You can use this, wash it.
That's nice.
Reusable food wrap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There is this community in Finland, in Helsinki, called Fun Design, and they are connecting all of these artists who create handmade art, and they organize different events, markets, and they have also a platform online. I tried to get in one of their markets, but first I was again behind the deadline, and other times I didn't get in because I was so much starting out that, I have only 4 products and many people who go to those markets, they have like tens and tens of different selections of products. So I understand that it's harder to get into markets Nevertheless, I got the spot to go to market in the end of August. I'm so happy for this opportunity, and it's only possible because they opened application for emerging artists, which I was able to qualify for. Some of the few things I still did after that to further my business is that I tried to reach out to different people asking their advice. I reached out by email and I didn't get any answers, but I did talk to a business advisor and she was very helpful. She advised that I go to as many events as possible to sell there, because I think many people who come to events, they want to buy something very special when they're in an event, and they might have a very good mood. So at the end of the summer, I'm going to my first market. I have no idea how much I will sell. Will it be like zero, which, you know, I actually am not gonna be surprised. Maybe it will be like also something, or maybe it will be a lot, and I have to be ready for anything. I actually ended up participating in 3 markets that summer. More about the journey you can watch in my next vlog, which I'm gonna be posting next month. And in next vlog, I will be making all of these earrings, and I will show you my process, as well as I will be preparing for market and showing you how the market went. I ordered so many things for the market and I'm so excited and also really nervous. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to follow my journey of developing my creative business. Put on the bell notification so you don't miss my market vlog next month. Feel free to browse my website and check out my products. Love you! Bye!